Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming as we set off our 2025 pre-season conference in motion. We meet exactly 366 days since last year's pre-season press conference. We've had a new face with us. Coach Mahela Jayawardene joins us. I said coach, and our captain Hardik Pandya here. As always, general rules. Let me know who's got a question. The mic will come to you. We will not do follow-ups for the first time. Let everybody get a chance to ask questions, and we'll come back to you. And if you have any follow-up, just let us know. We'll do it as we always do it later. Just ensure that your phones are on silent. And we will respect that the camera people are standing at the back, so let's not stand up in front of them. We'll do this as smoothly as possible for everybody here. Before we open the floor to questions, we've got just a couple of questions for Mahela and Hardik. So Mahela, we'll start with you. 10 days of pre-season with old faces and new faces. Just sum up the 10 days so far.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, even though it's 10 days with pre-season, our preparation goes back way before that. We had trial camps, we had guys playing certain tournaments. I've been here a few times, but as a main squad with all the international guys coming in, it's been very good. There are a few things I wanted to make sure that the guys are ready for this season and slowly but surely get in there. But it's still work in progress. Quite happy with the preparation, and we've got 3 or 4 big days coming up before our first game.
HP question for you. Obviously, you flew out of Dubai. 3 hours later, you were in Trident, and then you spent a lot of time with the new boys that you've probably met for the first time. You've spent a lot of time with them. Just quickly sum up some of those conversations and how it's been.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. Knowing the youngsters was always the plan. That was one of the reasons why I finished the Champions Trophy and I was here in the team hotel. At the same point of time, having those conversations, just trying to understand what their mindset is, what are they expecting, and at the same point of time, some of the learnings which I can share over the years, which I have learned. So it's been quite fruitful. The coach has already started the preparation on full flow, and the boys are looking very excited at the same point of time, ready to go.
Should we start with Krishnan sir, as always, the first question?
One to each of you. Hardik, you will be missing the first match because of the punishment being carried forward from last season. How do you look at it, and should this kind of punishment be carried forward to the next season, or you think there has to be some change in the rules of the IPL? And to Mahela, of course, the big name of Jasprit Bumrah and his fitness. What is the latest? When is he going to be available to play? And how difficult is it going to be for you to start the season without Bumrah?
To my question, I think that is out of my control. Last year, what occurred was part of the sport. We bowled, I think, 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes late the last over. And at that point of time, I didn't know the consequences, what can happen. But it is unfortunate, but I think rule says it. That means, I have to go with the process. Next year, do they continue, not continue? I think that is on the higher authorities. They can definitely see into it what best can be done and see how we can take it forward.
Obviously, Jasprit is at the moment with NCA, so until we haven't, he just started that progress, we have to wait and see what their feedback on him. At the moment, everything's going well, but obviously it's on day-to-day basis, the progress. He's in good spirits, and hopefully he can join the team sooner. Obviously, not having him, it is a challenge. He's one of the best bowlers in the world, and he's been a fantastic pro for us for many years. But we'll have to find a way. It's an opportunity for someone else also to step up and show what they're capable of. That's how I see it. And gives us a different element of trying few different things and see what works. And it's always good in early season for us to do that.
Hardik, after the high of the Champions Trophy, how do you sort of re-energize and sort of reset your button for this IPL? And is after last year's disappointing show by MI, do you sort of look to correct things there? And do you have a plan in mind how to go about it?
I mean, just play good cricket, have a lots of smile around. How do we turn around? I think the answer is by playing good cricket, being with each other at the same point of time, doing our processes right. Having those plans which coaches and all the support staff which creates. Go and execute that at your best ability, and at the same point of time, just enjoy. I think with this group, the kind of talent and the kind of ability is there. I think it's important that we enjoy and look forward for all the games which are coming forward. So I don't think there is a rocket science to turn around things, but definitely there will be some basic things which if we can tick box, I think this team will look very, very good.
Hi, I have a question for each of you. I'll start with Hardik, if you don't mind. Hardik, speaking about last year, it was challenging, obviously, for the team, more possibly for you individually, dealing with everything. How much would the fact that whatever you and the boys in Other Blue have achieved in the last 10 months, how much would it help you and the group as such at the start of the season?
Massive, I think. Playing for India has been always prideful. It has always been the number one priority, and I think winning 2 ICC trophies for India is something which is very close to all of our heart, and there is a lot of joy. So I think that joy will carry forward into IPL as well, and we'll look forward to take up this challenge as well, where Emma has not got 4 years. Last 4 years has been dry. So, the challenge and the excitement part is that we can go for it with all joyness and at the same point of time, all togetherness. That's what exactly, we are communicated, and at the same point of time, all are in the same line.
Thanks. Mahela, on the similar lines, the core group kind of remains the same. And there were murmurs that it was kind of visible at times about the miscommunication, lack of communication, whatever you may want to call it. Has that been a challenge to address upfront on your return to the setup, and how have you dealt with it?
Yeah, the communication was outside my bubble. The communication within the bubble was quite good. And even though I wasn't the head coach, I was part of the main setup, so I knew what was happening. It was important for us to get together. We pride on our core group. That's been our success for many years. And these guys have done brilliantly, worked hard. It's not an easy thing to win an IPL trophy. We all know that. Mumbai has been successful delivering that. And each year, the challenge is for us to set ourselves up for that. With the core group, the experience that we have, we've added more experience into that this year. That was something planned that we wanted to achieve. We have 7 guys in our main squad who's won IPL trophies with different franchises as well. So as a coach, I'm trying to get that structure in place, get the best out of them, and then add the other elements that we need to add to be a bit more different. I've realized that the last few years with the rule changes and all that, the dynamics have changed, and that's something that we need to be mindful of, but at the same time play the brand of cricket that we want to play as a group and dominate in that.
Hardik, my question to you is, hi, Dev from Dainik Bhaskar English. My question to you is, how is your confidence currently? And all the murmurs have stopped. In the last 2 years, there were questions about whether Hardik Pandya can play, and also with Rohit Sharma being the previous captain and you taking over. Now you come in with a different kind of confidence, having won the Champions Trophy and now going on to lead the Mumbai Indians as well. So what are you feeling, or what exactly are you going through right now at this point?
No, I'm very confident. I was confident back then. I was confident when I was playing Champions Trophy. I'm confident now. So if you ask me about my confidence, it's always going to be high. Yeah, that's it. That's the answer, I guess.
Hi, Hardik. So my question to you is, over the years, we witnessed various stages of your journey, from the dynamic and raw talent in 2015 to 2017 to the more refined, injury-affected phase. And now, throughout the Champions Trophy, you've displayed a new level of maturity and leadership. So now, as the captain of Mumbai Indians, how would you describe Hardik Pandya 3.0, and what do you envision for your continued growth, both as a player and a leader, and what surprises can we expect from you?
I mean, quickly yeah, my life has been quite up and down, but I think that has been the learning which I really enjoyed. It has just not taught me about the sport, it has taught me about life as well, that how life would be over the years. Yeah, I mean, this year it's a fresh year, 366 days. As he mentioned, a lot of things have changed, a lot of love and joy, and a lot of things are added. So, yeah, I mean, 3.0 would be, I mean, every year I think it has become a 0.0 added, but this year it will be same. There will be always passion, there will be always grit, there will be always challenges, which I love. And I think for me, the crucial part would be to, make sure that the challenges are not the way how they've been thrown at me, but to my boys, if the challenges are thrown, how I can help them and, fight their way out. So for me, this year, the challenges and the excitement part is that how can I add more value to all the players who are there. And yeah, my journey will keep continue. I'm here.
Hardik, this is about captaincy. I asked Rohit also last season after IPL last year. He played in Mumbai under you, and then he became the captain of India team. So in your situation, how do you look at it? You played under Rohit and Surya, and there is also Bumrah who became India captain. How do you see the situation? Is it thrice over? And secondly, just want to ask you about your no-look uppercut, which is quite a big spectacle. What is the secret behind confidence and self-poise?
Sir, the captaincy part is that I'm lucky that I have 3 captains who are playing with me. So yeah, it adds more and more experience for me that if I required help, I know that there are 3 different minds who have led India for different formats, and with so many years of experience can be always there and they can put the arm around my shoulder and always be there for help. So I look at it that way. Now coming back to on the shot, I think that is, sir, more reactive shot. I think that would have not happened if the bowler would have not seen and showed me the expression that, yeah, it's gone for a boundary. When I played the shot, I looked at the bowler and the coach and bowler and the captain. They both put their head down and they were going back. So I knew it has gone for the boundary. So the confidence, it's from the practice, but maybe the execution came on the heat of the moment where I played the shot, they reacted like that. Then I yeah, I don't need to look if it's fine. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, my question is to Hardik. Hardik, in your absence, is it obvious that you name the 3 captains now? Jasprit is not there. It should be either Rohit or Surya. And one more question. Corbin Bosch, what made MI think to go for him, an all-rounder like him? He played Lizard Williams in the team. Is it because he brings in a lot of experience, 86 match, T20 experience?
First match captaincy. Yeah. Surya obviously, leads India as well. When I'm not there, he's the ideal choice in this format and exciting one as well. So yeah, that. And the second question was, sorry, sir.
Corbin Bosch.
Corbin Bosch. Oh, very exciting. We had to make a change. Williams was not available, so and Corbin has been playing for MI South Africa and he's been doing fantastic. So when we looked at his stats, when we looked at his potential, we didn't really had to think much. He was more likely to come and join us, and which is here. He's very exciting talent, and we look forward to having him.
Hi Hardik, hi Maila. I'm Dr. Pradyumna Timbekar. I have got a question for both of you. Hardik, I'll start with you first. I remember last year you told me when I asked you about the psychology of game, you told that you don't take yourself up when you're winning, but you don't take yourself down when you're losing. But this season, the last 1 year, we've seen you in crucial situations where you've handled the mental pressure very efficiently. How well do you want to develop on that this season, and what lessons would you like to take from that when dealing with high pressure situations? And coach, if I can ask one question to you, you've won big games as a player, you won big games as a coach. What is the coaching transition that you've brought in to make sure that you lead a pack of people to multiple trophies at a single time?
I think for me, learning is everyday process. I think that is somewhere been very instrumental part of my life. That if you want to become better, if you want to become better in every part, not just cricket, just human, communication skills to, anything. You need a constant improvement, and that's have been something with me forever. And now also, as you said, I was able to deal with a lot of things better. Maybe the next learning for me is that even how can I deal even better than what I did already. So I look at it that way, that all the challenges which came were my lessons. Now there will be more lessons also coming forward. How do I take it and how do I stay strong? And what are the good parts I can take out of it is my challenge. And at the same point of time, always the mindset to learn.
I think quickly on my question, I think creating a winning mentality is important, that toughness. I've been able to win trophies as a player, but I've gone past that. For me, it's about my learnings, but the new generation also has evolved. The game has evolved. Every day for me is to learn how I can push these guys better, to motivate them to be more successful. The younger guys to understand what that means, and challenge them in their thinking capacity. I think the biggest thing is to try and create intelligence around the game, because the game's evolving, moving at a faster pace. So if I can help them to be intelligent, making better decisions out there in the middle and being aggressive, playing fearless cricket, I think that's like winning half the battle.
Hi, Hardik. Firstly, have you heard officially if you have to miss the first game? And secondly, a question for both of you, that after the kind of season you had last year, what are the biggest challenges you think you will have to face this time to try and make the playoffs?
Yeah, we've been officially communicated that he has to miss. So like Hardik said, Surya will lead the team, and we're looking forward to that. Last season threw us some challenges, but it's been a big auction and a lot of changes has happened. With that, we got a fresh canvas to start and paint our destiny. We have the core group with us who's got the experience, who knows what the culture is, how we need to play and how we need to win. And with the new group of guys, which includes some of the old faces coming back, like Trent, which was a big part in our success in 2020. So for us, it's about putting this puzzle together, making sure that we gel well as a group, understanding our strengths, and have a good start. I was reminded a few days ago that we haven't won our first game since 2012. So both of us, including Surya, who's going to lead us, has a big challenge ahead of us to try and overcome that. And then after that, we look forward to the season.
Hi, Hardik. If you could just take us through about the bowling group that's for the season, and what does the return of Trent Boult to the side means for MI after last couple of seasons?
See, the bowling group, I'll tell you, the plans were very clear to get a lot of experience in it. Because Wankhede can be sometimes very unforgiving to the bowlers, the kind of track which we play in. So it was very, very important to bring in, experience who have played from Mitch to Trent. As you mentioned, Trent was very, very important for us. Deepak, all our experienced individuals, Boom, myself, or any Mujib, to all even youngsters who have played a lot of cricket. And I think that was very, very important to bring a lot of experience. So when the tough time comes, they have felt the pressure earlier. So I think if you see our bowling make, that's very evident, and that's how we'll be looking forward to go for.
Yeah, hi. I'm from India Times, Karen. We saw at the auction how they went and shook hands with RCB when we got Will Jacks. So I want to know, barring the core team, what are the 3 players, if you would say, that it would be the key for MI this year?
I didn't see the shaking of hands, but for me, it's tough still to define exactly which route are we going to take. I'm being very honest, especially with Booms not being in that starting 11 and then Hardik missing out the first game. So I have few ideas around my head, and I've had chats with HP on that and the core group as well. Had a really good chat with Ro, what kind of, how we want to approach. Once I get to Chennai, I'll have a good look at the wicket and then see what our best combination will be with the 3 overseas, 4 overseas, how I want to set up. But that's the beauty about IPL. Every game, every team throws us different challenges, and us having a really experienced team with different skill set of individuals helps us to maneuver those challenges pretty well. So I'm pretty sure we'll sooner rather than later we'll settle into a consistent combination. But given the injuries that we have, and obviously a few guys missing out the first game, so we just need to figure out how we're going to set up.
Hi Hardik, Vishal here from Bazooka. How difficult it is to choose between Ryan and Will Jacks as an opening partner? In Jacks, you'll get 2 options, 2 bowling options, and in Ryan, you'll get a keeping option. So Rohit के साथ कौन open करेगा?
I think that we'll leave it for the game to come. I don't think I like to say here who's playing or not playing, but at the same point of time, whatever the team requires it. Our team requires 2 options, we'll go for 2 options. If our team requires batting, that call will take it when the time comes.
Yeah, my question is to Mahela. Mahela, the last year India went to South Africa under Surya, they thrashed them, and this year also in England. Have you seen anything, noticed anything different the way they approach the batting? Someone like, something different than people normally do in T20, going after the ball in the power play. Something like Abhishek Sharma stepping out Jafra Archer. Do you think something different happening in the Indian boys, the team actually? The way they play, Tilak Verma, everything.
Well, I think I'm sure there was an approach, but I wasn't in that dressing room to know exactly what the planning was. But like I said, when you have skill sets and players playing a certain brand, and given the opposition how they want to take control, bilateral series, it's one way of, setting, how would I say, setting a standard up front and say, this is the way I want to play that bilateral series and put the opposition under pressure. And I was watching that, and it looked great. And India definitely battered South Africa out of that tournament. So, yeah, it was great to see that. But I guess it's something that you need to probably ask Gauti and the leadership group in that team who would have come up with that plan.
Hardik, would you like to answer the question?
I think, sir, it's fearlessness at the same point of time, freedom. This 2 combination, when it's combined, there's something magical keeps happening. That's where you see. I don't think I would have stepped out to Jofra Archer with the power play and hit him over the cover, but that's the youth. At once upon a time, I used to be a young lad when he was 21. Nowadays, people who are 21, 22, 23, which are the names which you mentioned, they are even more fearless, more exciting talents to watch out for. And just go and play. And I think that is the reason they do. We don't tell them to step out, not step out. Just give them the freedom. They pick their best options.
Will you encourage that happen in your team now?
Oh, absolutely. Go and punch them. No problem.
Hardik, after your impressive performance in the Champions Trophy, do you see yourself potentially stepping up to number 5 or sometimes number 4, this time considering your versatility in the lower middle order?
See, that batting order, no, I've never really taken much into my cricket. I've always been a player who liked to play situations. And entry points. If certain overs have happened, I will be there inside. But specific numbers now, batting at 4, 5, 6, I think it has gone from my cricketing journey. I only focus on what is required for my team. If my team requires me to bat at 4, very good. If 7, very good. Any number, basically, I am fine with it. It's just which situation and which entry point I go into. That is more important for me.
Okay, a couple of questions to both of you. Firstly, is Sky's form going into this tournament a concern? He's had great IPLs, but last year or so perhaps has not been as good for him as kind of performances we've been used to seeing, And secondly, the impact player rule that was debated upon a lot and then it has been retained. There's a lot of debate around the fact that all-rounders like Hardik will not be able to get if we continue with this rule. So what is your opinion about this rule? Is it healthy going forward for the tournament?
I think on the impact rule, it's given a different challenges and impetus, but it remains. So like I said, we have to adapt to that and get better at it. My only concern even at that time was that the all-rounder in that aspect, sometimes like you have a pure all-rounders who have a specific role to play, it's a different matter, but those other all-rounders sometimes been taken out of the game because you bring a genuine bowler or a genuine batsman to come in and play that. So that's something that whether we have to wait and see in the long term whether that will have some effect. But for IPL tournament, it throws a different challenge. So that's something. Coming back to Sky, I'm not very concerned. We had a couple of practice games for us. I wish you was there to watch. But sometimes the way he has played and how he has gone about, it's fantastic to watch. When he fails, we all feel, okay, he's human as well. So I think we just take it at that and allow him to enjoy his cricket. We definitely do enjoy him batting out there for us.
If you can answer the same.
This was the first one. See, Sky, we are not worried about. If that's the question, he has scored a lot of runs for so many years, and I am not really worried nor be concerned about his form or anything has ever even come, because I heard for the first time he's not. Otherwise, for me, he's batting brilliantly. He's been a match winner for India, for Mumbai Indians, and brings a lot of energy in the group. So, I'm not even concerned about it once.
And the impact player?
The impact player, see, now that is going, as MJ mentioned, going forward, we need to see what is best for the Indian cricket, and at the same point of time, how we can always bring youngsters which can do two departments. In the current scenario, as MJ mentioned, it becomes a little difficult for, if you are not completely a 50-50 all-rounder to find your place in, it becomes even difficult. But I think going forward, that can change or will change. I think we'll have to see. But yes, definitely, if you want to encourage more all-rounders, they will need to have their fixed spot in the team for them to develop over the years.
हेलो, आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर बोथ. सबसे पहले हार्दिक, आपके लिए सवाल है कि हेलो
भाई. कैसा है?
सबसे पहले आपके लिए सवाल कि बहुत लोग का ऐसा मानना था कि वर्ल्ड कप 2023 का जो फाइनल था उसमें अगर हार्दिक रहता तो शायद इंडिया वो वर्ल्ड कप जीत भी सकती थी. सो T20 वर्ल्ड कप चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी इसमें हमने आपका इम्पैक्ट कितना था वो देखा ही. सो अभी आने वाले मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए भी आपको बहुत मतलब ऑलरेडी क्राउड में ऐसा डिस्कशन होना स्टार्ट हो गया कि हार्दिक बहुत ही इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर रहेगा मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए, उसका बहुत काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंस है. सो इसको आप कैसे देखते हो? पिछले 1 साल में आपके लिए जर्नी कैसे रहा है?
सर बढ़िया रहा है. मतलब काफ़ी एंटरटेनिंग रहा है. मैंने तो हमेशा वही माना है. डिफिकल्ट भी रहा है लेकिन एंटरटेनिंग भी रहा है. दूसरा सर इम्पॉर्टेंट तो मैंने हमेशा माना है अपने आप को. जो भी टीम के लिए मैं खेला हूँ हमेशा मैंने माना है कि मैं इम्पॉर्टेंट हूँ. मैं एक रोल में अगर मैं अपना एग्जीक्यूट कर पाऊंगा अपना ऑलराउंडर स्किल, इट विल बी ऑलवेज बेनिफिट टुवर्ड्स द टीम. और दूसरा क्या बोले सर आप?
सर वो अभी आने वाले सीजन के लिए भी ऑलरेडी मुंबई के लोगों में मतलब ये चर्चा शुरू गई कि हार्दिक पांड्या हमारे लिए बहुत मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल प्लेयर रहेगा.
मैं भी उनके साथ एग्री करता हूँ.
सर मुंबई इंडियंस के फैंस के लिए कोई मैसेज आप देना चाहोगे? क्योंकि वो अनखेड़े पे हमारे जो पलटन आएगी आपको बहुत सपोर्ट मिलेगा इस साल, तो उनके लिए क्या मैसेज है स्पेशली?
कुछ नहीं, बस जब मैं आऊँ अंदर बैटिंग में चिल्लाओ, और मैं जब छक्का मारूं तब चिल्लाओ, विकेट लूं तब चिल्लाओ, टॉस पे चिल्लाओ. और मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए पूरा मतलब इस बार कोई और कलर दिखना नहीं चाहिए, स्पेशली आवाज और कलर. सो बस यही है मेरी विश उनके लिए.
Yeah, hi, Mahila, good afternoon. I have a question for both of you. Mahila, it's said that well begun is half done. So your first match is a quite difficult match, and you have a now different team combination also for the opening match. So how do you see the first match and your team combination and challenge before you, because it's a clash of titans? So it's a question for you.
Shall I answer that or you? Okay,
you can.
all right. I'm sure it's a challenge for Chennai as well because they've got a new team apart from us. So I'm sure I've always enjoyed the battle. Flem is a good friend, and I'm looking forward to that. I mean, there's no other place to go and play in Chennai. It's a great atmosphere. There's a little bit more adrenaline for the boys as well. Yeah, like I said, we have a big challenge and try and correct something in history where we haven't won a first match in a tournament for a number of years. So looking forward to that.
हार्दिक 2025 का सीजन है, उसको मुंबई के जो लोग हैं काफ़ी एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं. WPL MI जीत चुकी है, तो अब एक्सपेक्टेशन और ज़्यादा हाई है. तो ये जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है इसको आप मोटिवेशन की तरह से देखते हैं या थोड़ा प्रेशर बढ़ा हुआ फील कर रहे हैं?
नहीं सर, जब मैं WPL का मैच भी देखने गया और लड़कियों को मैं बोला मतलब वेरी नाइस एग्जांपल टू स्टेट. सो मेंस टीम हैज टू फॉलो नाउ. सो एक्साइटिंग सर सीजन है. बहुत सारे नए चेहरे हैं, सब भर के आए हुए हैं. काफ़ी लोगों के अंदर जुनून भरा हुआ है और ये सीजन में बाहर निकलने का वेट कर रहे हैं. सो मैं बड़ा एक्साइटेड हूँ सर. मैं प्रेशर उस चीज़ में तो लूँगा नहीं क्योंकि वो मेरे बाहर के कंट्रोल की बाहर है कि अगर कुछ गलत हो गया तो क्या. मैं हमेशा मानता हूँ कुछ अगर सही हो गया तो क्या. सो मैं एक्साइटिंग पार्ट पे ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहा हूँ कि सब बेहतर जाएगा, सब बढ़िया जाएगा. वी विल बी वेरी गुड, विल प्ले वेरी गुड क्रिकेट, एंड उसके बाद क्या होगा मुझे वो पता है. सो आई एम मोर फोकस्ड ऑन दैट, नॉट ऑन द अदर साइड.
हाय हार्दिक, सिद्धेश हियर.
हाय ब्रो.
4th सीजन है एज अ कैप्टन आपका. इससे पहले 2 फाइनल्स खेले हैं आप, एक ट्रॉफी भी जीती है. लेकिन किसी और फ्रेंचाइजी के लिए कैप्टनसी करना, कप्तानी करना, और मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए कप्तानी करना, ये कितना चैलेंजिंग है?
चैलेंजिंग मतलब सर इट हैज लेगेसी, नो सर. काफी साल से it's been a team where certain expectations are always kept. So to fulfill that is always challenging. But for me, this is also part of the journey for me to learn and become even better as a captain, to be in this franchise and even get even more smarter, more calculative, and at the same point of time maybe pressure लेने की ability भी बढ़ाती है. So exciting, as I mentioned, it's going to be a new learning. I have wonderful brains in the cricket, which I can take a lot of things from them and apply it on the field and keep trying to keep getting better. And I think that's the goal for me in 2025, to even become better captain than what I have been, and get as much as knowledge and as much as awareness possible. And I think that would be the goal.
Okay, final question, Krishnan sir, and we close.
Mahela, we see after every IPL match that the players from both the teams mingle. As coaches, do you also mingle, exchange notes on how the match went, or like among with the coaches, like you have so many coaches from other teams who you have played with, Rahul Dravid, Sangakkara, RR, and so many others. Do you also exchange notes?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we definitely chat, assistant coaches, all those guys. I think, every game is a challenge, and sometimes we exchange notes on venues that they've played before, and if we are going to be playing that opposition, of how that wicket played, if they had played, say, for example, somewhere in, say, Dharamshala or Kings, and that's our next game, then we would get some input from them. Sometimes you don't see us maybe on the ground because, there are other duties as well, but we definitely chat in the hotels, meet for breakfast, have coffees. We have a lot of ex-players, compatriots, obviously, who I played against, mutual respect, and the way the boys mingle, we have those conversations, and it's quite enjoyable. It's very intellectual cricketing conversations where the game is going, and everyone's enjoying this challenge, and it's been fun.
Thank you. We just get you to sign the balls and bats in front of you.
Hello.
Just sit up.
Hello, Hardik. Last question. Hi, Hardik, Ankush here. Last question.
आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखकर जरूर बताएं। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, साथ ही बेल आइकन की घंटी को भी दबाएं। वीडियो को लाइक करें, कमेंट्स करें, शेयर करें। जय हिंद।